Hi everyone, welcome to the Coding Zoo. This is our 6th lesson. We're going to cover the anchor tag. It's a tag that allows you to open up other web pages from your web page. We're also going to cover an instruction called Doctype. Doctype lets you specify what type of HTML your document's going to support. This is our first lesson after the New Year's. Happy New Year's. I hope everybody had a good time last year, and my family and I are definitely looking forward to this next year. It's going to be fun. We're really enjoying the videos, and we hope you are too. Are you ready to get started, buddy?
Yes.
All right, let's get to it. Hi everyone, welcome to the Coding Zoo. This is Shane, and I have my son Nicholas with me.
Hello.
And I have my daughter Jai, or Gabrielle, with me.
Hi.
So today on the Coding Zoo, we are going to cover two main items. The first is an instruction set that basically tells your browser what type of HTML document you are creating, or what version of HTML you're going to be using in your document. There are actually different versions of HTML. We're on version 5 now, so we're going to put an instruction set in our document that actually tells the browser that the code that we are writing is for HTML5. So that's the first thing we'll do. The second HTML element we're going to cover is the anchor tag, or what I like to call the link tag. We are going to use it two ways. We're going to learn how to use it two ways. The first way is we're going to have our HTML page have a link, and it'll take the browser to a different page. You'll no longer see your page anymore. And the second way we're going to learn how to use it is to basically add a link in your page that will link to another page, but that link, instead of making your page go away, it will actually bring up a different tab, and the browser will navigate in that tab to where your link points to. So at that point, you'd have two tabs in your browser open, one with your web page and one to where you link to. So that's what we're going to cover today. Again, if you're new to the program, go back and check out the previous videos. We kind of add on to the same HTML page each lesson. So you have to start with lesson 1 and work your way up to this point. So let's go ahead, and are you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go ahead and open up our HTML page. So I've got the folder Coding Zoo here, double click, and I'm going to right click on my index.html. I'm going to choose Open With and Notepad. So inside of my Notepad, I am going to go ahead. This is a quick, easy one. It's just basically, it's not truly an HTML element. It is, let's call it an instruction. It's an instruction set that tells the browser that we're going to use HTML version whatever, and we're going to tell it to use version 5. Here's how you do that. First, you go to the very top of your document, and you want to create a line above the word HTML. So where you have the HTML tag, click on the left side of your HTML tag.
Oh, good.
That's your right side.
Left.
So click on your left side of the HTML tag at the beginning of your document. Try to remember which is your left and right. My daughter just chose the right.
Can you cut this out? I didn't know you said the left.
I said the left, so it's the other left, Jai. Okay.
I know.
All right, so you got it. Okay, so you put the cursor on the left side of the HTML tag, you press enter, and that'll give you a line, an empty line above your HTML tag. So this instruction set has to be the first thing in your document. It cannot be anywhere else in your document. It has to be at the very top. All right, so you type in less than sign, exclamation point, And this is not an HTML element. This is you should not consider this an HTML element. It is an XML tag. It's not an HTML tag. I won't go into what XML is at this point, but it's not HTML. And in this case, we're going to use uppercase. We're not going to use lowercase. So type in an uppercase D, an uppercase O, uppercase C, uppercase T, uppercase Y, uppercase P, uppercase E, press space, and now in lowercase, type in HTML, and now put a greater than sign. So double check what you have. Should be on the first line. You should have a less than sign, an exclamation point. No spaces. You should have capital D, capital O, capital C, capital T, Y, P, E, all caps, space, HTML in lowercase, and then a greater than sign. You guys got that?
Yes.
Okay. Now choose File and Save. Okay. So you're not really going to see a difference. This is just going to tell the browser, hey, we're using HTML version 5. And this is how you do that. This instruction set tells the browser that. If you look at my screen, guys, you'll see here's how you tell the browser that we're using HTML4 or 4.01. And it's quite different. So check it out. Right here, see how it says Doctype, HTML public, and then it has W3C, DTD, HTML 4.01. See all this wording here? That's actually telling it that we're using 4.1, and it's quite a bit more to type, right? So with HTML5, they made this much simpler. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know what the difference in HTML4 and HTML5 is?
No.
No. Okay, so each version of HTML, they're always making it better. So basically, some of the elements in HTML, they got rid of. They made them where you don't have to use them anymore. And they added new elements. They added new features, new stuff that you can do. So that's why you have versions. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and as we learn, I will try to identify that you guys know, this is an HTML5 element. It's one of the new ones. So you'll know the difference. Does that make sense? Otherwise, just consider it, supported in HTML4 and 5. Got it? You going to sleep on me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Well, let's move on to the fun stuff then. All right. So that's it. That's all you have to do. You want to save it. You want to run it. Make sure your web page still comes up correctly. So I saved. I refreshed. Comes up good. We're all good there. Let's move on to the second part of our lesson. This one's a little bit more fun. Let's talk about link tags. So a link tag is also called an anchor tag. It lets you define what's called hyperlinks or links, which is basically a way of saying, I want to link to another document. I want to point to another document. And if a user clicks on that link, then you're going to go to a different document. You're going to go to a different web page. You guys get it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead, and the link tag is basically the letter A. It's one letter, the letter A. So what I want you to do is go to your index.html. In your to list, choose one line item. And I have an anime list and a favorite book series list. You may have different lists like anime and movies or whatever you guys did in the previous lessons. I'm going to choose Hunter x Hunter here. So I want to link to another web page, to a website that talks about or shows Hunter x Hunter. So I want to put a link around the word Hunter x Hunter. So when somebody clicks on Hunter x Hunter, it'll take them to that web page. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So first, I want you to go to Google and find a web page that talks about what you want to link to. Find that page you want to link to. Find a web page that talks about the line item that you want to put a link around. So I'm going to go to Google and let's see, Hunter x Hunter. I think Crunchyroll has Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. It's a free streaming place. So I'm going to put a link to Crunchyroll Hunter x Hunter. All right. So once you find a website that you want to link to, you basically go up to the URL. Do you guys know what the URL is?
Yes.
Okay. The top of your browser, where it has www, whatever the name of the website is, you want to copy that whole URL. So I'm going to double click, or I'm just going to left click and run my cursor over and highlight that whole URL. I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose copy. So make sure you've got your URL copied. You got it, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. Now go to the line item in your HTML document. Put your cursor before the first letter after the, the beginning LI tag. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Now type in less than a space. So notice we didn't do greater than sign. We didn't close it. So this tag is just A. That's all it is. It's A. But it has other properties that we can change. It has what's called attributes. So this is our first tag using attributes. So attributes are basically values you can put on a tag that makes the tag act differently, or it describes the tag. Okay? So an attribute is basically a name and a value. So the attribute we're going to use to put that URL, to put that link in, is called href. It's the reference to another web page. It's called href. So after you should have a less than, a space. Now type in a lowercase. This is all lowercase. href. Next, type in equal. Now you want to type in double quotes. Do you know what double quotes are?
Yes.
Okay. So you should have less than a space href equals one double quote, and then you want to paste your URL. So right click, choose paste. If you like using your keyboard, you could do Control V in Windows. Okay, now that you paste your URL, your cursor should be at the end of your URL. So now you want to put a closing double quote and then space. So I've got less than a space href equals quote, my URL, end quote, space, and now I'm going to close this tag and put a greater than sign. And the greater than sign should be right before the text in your line item. In my case, it's right before the beginning of Hunter x Hunter. Do you guys have that?
Yes. Yes.
So you've got the beginning anchor tag. It has an attribute of href that has your URL in it. You've created beginning anchor tag. Now go to the other side of your line item text. In my case, again, Hunter x Hunter, and put the closing anchor tag, the closing A. So I'm going to do less than / which is the line leading to the right, A, and then greater than sign. Okay, you guys got it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, choose File, choose Save. Now go back to your document in your folder. Oh, actually, you should have your browser already open. So go to your web page, hit refresh, reload, and now that item that you put the anchor or the link around should have an underline underneath it. In my case, I've got Hunter x Hunter. It's a different color, and it has a line underneath it. So that's how I know the link is there. How does y'all's look?
Good. Good.
You both have a different color and have a line underneath the item you chose?
Yes.
Okay, click on that item. Okay, so you clicked on the item, guys. What did it do? It took you to where?
The web page.
It took you to the web page that you wanted to describe, that you wanted that item to go to, right? Did it work for you, buddy?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so basically you created a link. That's how you change your web page to link to other web pages. That's how you can point people to other things that you're interested in, how you could show people other things besides your web page. Pretty cool, right, guys?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Now, that's a nice way of doing links, but let's suppose you want to show someone something somewhere else, another web page, but you don't want them to leave your web page. You notice when you clicked on it, what happened? It left your web page. Your web page went away, and now you're on the new web page, right? So click back in your browser. I'm going to go back to my web page, okay? And now I'm going to go back to the code and go to the beginning tag of your link element, the anchor element, and the second quote right before the greater than sign. The second quote right before the greater than sign. Press space, and we're going to put another attribute. And so basically, an HTML element can have many attributes, and those attributes can cause that HTML element to do things differently, or it can describe the HTML element. So we are going to add an attribute. So the attribute we're going to add is target, T-A-R-G-E-T. So let's type in target, lowercase T-A-R-G-E-T equals double quote. You got that, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to put a value for that attribute named target. So the different values we have are blank, parent, self, and top. I won't cover all of these in this lesson, but I will post descriptions on the Coding Zoo website. If you go to the lessons page and look at the study notes, I'll have information in there that describes what each one of these will do. I accidentally used the wrong value here. Type in underscore B-L-A-N-K. So it'd be double quote underscore B-L-A-N-K and then end your double quote. All right, choose File, Save, refresh your document. Now the page looks the same. Click on the link again and it acts differently. How does it act differently, guys?
It got on a new tab.
It went to a new tab, that's right. Okay, how'd yours turn out, Jai? You got it?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So we've gone over the instruction set for telling the browser, it's called Doctype, which HTML version we're using. And we've gone over the anchor tag, or the link tag. And we showed you how to link to other web pages, either by your web page going away and another web page coming up, or by opening up another tab and going to a different web page and having your web page and another web page up. So that's pretty much it. Pretty easy, guys, right?
Yes.
Pretty neat too. So imagine what you can do with this. You can create a lot of links on your web page and point people to other things. You can point them to different websites that you like. Does that make sense? Very cool, right?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So that's it for our lesson. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Hope you learned something. I know I'm learning and my kids are learning, so we're enjoying it. We hope you are too. If you have any suggestions or recommendations, definitely leave us a comment. We'd like to hear from you. What would you like to learn next? What would you like to see? How can we improve to make this this program better for you to learn quicker? If you like this video, be sure to hit like. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to participate in upcoming lessons, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. So thanks for joining us. See you later, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Hi, everyone.
When he said green, rolling,
All right. This is it. This is it. I mean it. This is seriously it.
Wait, give me a second.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's get to it.
Did you say flaming? Like on
Flaming.
fire? Did you say flaming?
What?
I thought you said flaming.
Same. I thought you said flamely. I was
Like,
like,
it's fine.
It
It's
sounds
fine.
like it's on fire. Like,
Family, family, they get it.
No, they don't.
Country hick talk. Come on.
Yeah.
They know we're from
I'm
Texas.
Where you from the countryside?
They know we're from Texas.
Yeah, I can't take that.
Let's see how that one did.